Yep. What's up, YouTube? Like I said in the last video, I wanted to take you guys through a day of back testing, or it's a week of data, but just kind of what I do on a daily basis every day to improve and just get better and get closer to achieving my goal of profitability. So I want to give you guys some sauce in this video, just kind of show you guys how I back test and how I just structure and just make the most of my time outside of the markets because markets are only open 5 days out of the week. So what you do on the weekends, what you do outside of those hours, really probably can be will probably speed up the process to becoming profitable, even though you don't want to rush the process. So yeah, as you can see, I spent a lot of time already back testing. This is probably had FX replay for like 2 months now, and I've already had accumulated this much data. Could be more though, but quality over quantity. That's why I only do a week a day because I'm very strict on how I backtest, and I like to journal my backtest a lot. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you guys through what I do, how I analyze the markets daily, and just take you guys through a week of data. So I'm not gonna be talking as much as I usually do throughout this video, but definitely gonna be giving you guys some sauce. I'm just gonna try and lock in and just show you guys like how I actually view the markets and how I'm learning to view the markets. So yeah. All right, so going into today, I also trade Nasdaq and NQ and ES. So if you trade like gold or something, whatever, I don't know how. Maybe you can take some value from this, but I'm primarily talking to people who trade futures and specifically the Nasdaq and S&P 500. So yeah, first what you want to do when you're back testing is you want to make sure it's set to your time zone. So right now I live in New York, or I live in Georgia, so that is like New York Eastern time. I live on the East Coast, so I make sure I have it on New York time. And so market opens at 9:30 a.m. So sorry if you're a Californian or live on the West Coast. I know that can be brutal. Waking up at like 6:30, having to be on the markets by 6:30 is kind of crazy, but I'm very blessed, so can't complain. So going into the day, obviously, as you can see, both ES and NQ are inside um, a a bearish 4 hour. So you can already mark that out. Boom, we're in a bearish 4 hour. And so yeah, basically I trade inversions and I trade for value gaps and I trade liquidity. That's pretty much the main things that I need in order to take a trade. But basically you can see we are in a 1 hour gap. And what is price doing? We pumped up, we had a retracement, and then we're playing inside of a gap right now. So what could we do? A, we respect this gap and go lower, even though we already this 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 gap didn't really deliver us anywhere. So A, if we respect this gap, if we're truly bullish, we'll run through this 4 hour gap. But if we're bearish, we'll hold this 4 hour gap and go lower and probably take out this low. But that is where we don't guess. We set ourselves some conditions. So I'm going to go over to the 1 hour and then go over 1 hour. Obviously, like I said, it's the same thing. We're trading inside of a 4 hour or 1 hour gap. You can see we're inside of this right now. Yeah. So yeah, there's no gaps there. On ES, is there any gaps? No gaps. And then you want to check if there's news. There's no news today. So we're okay. All right, we're going to go down to 15-minute. Okay. You can see on the 15-minute, okay, you can see ES hasn't closed above this gap, but NQ has closed this gap. So that could be a good sign for bullishness. I'm going to mark this high out, even though it's really insignificant. I'd much rather have this high get taken out. But yeah, I'm going to mark out this high. Is there any low that I want to see get marked out? And then I'm going to see if this gap holds on ES. But yeah, I'm really trying to get good at trading in conditions where price, like draw on liquidity, isn't obvious. And I feel like this month is really good. It's really going to test me. This is going to be raw. Like, I'm not going to cheat. This is raw. So this could either go really, really good or really, really bad. Hopefully good. I'm going to use my market intuition. But yeah, you can kind of see kind of been at this high. You can kind of see we're making like lower highs, lower lows, kind of. So we're gonna see what happens on market open. See, there's no gaps there. There's really nothing we could be rejecting out of. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens on market open and whether we want to manipulate higher. So if we want to manipulate higher, what does that look like? Boom. Probably take out this high and then sell off, or do we want to manipulate lower? Do we want to manipulate lower? Is there any gaps we could reject off? There's really no gaps we can reject off, but like we could, price could go like that, sweep out this 4 hour and then reject higher. So I just kind of want to see what price wants to do at open, and oh shoot, no, I mean to do that. So yeah, let's just see what happens. So yeah, 927, we're just going lower, going lower, going lower. 930, we're open. So boom, you can see we trade lower. Do we hit a higher time frame key level? No, we do not. So what do? We sit on our hands. You can see we're holding this 15-minute on ES. We're holding this 15-minute gap. We've traded into it multiple times. So I'm not gonna take a trade until we hit a key level. What is a key level? I want to see is sweep out an area of liquidity. So this would be a valid key level down here. Now this high is protected. So or this is protected. So if I want to take a continuation short down here, that would completely be valid. This is a 4-hour internal low. So 4-hour internal low. So not on. So yeah, it'll be completely valid of me, eventually, because we already manipulated up here pre-market. So we don't really need another form of manipulation. It would be nice, but we'll likely just displace down. And I think my draw on liquidity is that 4-hour internal low if we are bearish. Now, if we're bullish, on the other hand, this would be my target, this high right here. Oh, shoot. That would be my target by the end of the day. So those are kind of like my two conditions, basically. But yeah, it looks like 930 wants to open low. So we're going to see, and boom. When I said that, that is why we have true manipulation. We don't enter off freaking momentum. You can clearly see 930 just freaking wants to wick down. We didn't manipulate anything, and we just shot up. There's no 15-minute. There's no 5-minute. There's no 5-minute. Oh, is this a 5-minute? Oh, there is a 5-minute. So we actually swept a 5-minute internal low. That's a level that price can reject off. We could use that as a key level for bullishness. So bam. Okay. We're going to see what ES does if we reject off any of these gaps. But I'm not going to long this because I'm more bearish on the higher time frame, so I'm not going to long it. So boom, you can just see there's no inversions. We can even go to the 30-second. So I would not take this. I would not take this to 30-second because I also just don't have a lot of conviction with 30-second gaps because I haven't back tested it enough. But you can see, what did we manipulate? Like we just went higher. That's all we did. So I would not recommend taking that 30-second gap because we didn't hit any sort of sponsorship. So I just don't think it's very valid of us to go there. So we're just going to skip through price action. Boom. Okay, we tapped the 4-hour. We sweep that 4-hour internal low. We could still be bearish though. I'm not gonna lie. We could still be bearish, but now it's valid. We have valid manipulation. We hit a 4-hour internal low. So if price wants to reject off that, yes, we did too. Look at the daily time frame. This is what I do, bro. Like my model isn't perfect either. Like I'm just like you guys. I'm still learning and developing as I go, refining it. We have this daily gap too that we could trade down to, but I don't know. Structure wise, I feel like we're more bullish than we are bearish. But yeah, we hit that 4-hour internal low. So if I wanted to take longs now, if longs do present itself, then I could technically take them. So we're gonna see. We're just selling off, kind of just selling off deep into that. There's just a bunch of here. Let me close that. There's just a bunch of just LRL below. So we could honestly clear all this. If we don't want to, we're gonna set our conditions out. So once this 5-minute opens up or this 15-minute, yes, yeah. I think continuation shorts are the move because you can just see we sold off so much. We didn't show any sign of rejection off that 4 hour, and there's really no other place we could reject off of other than that low down, this low down here. This is another 4 hour internal low, and it's also a daily fair value gap. So boom, we open up a 5-minute. We don't trade into it. So yeah, I'm not really looking at, oh shoot. Yeah, I wouldn't take the 30-second. I'm gonna start trading on the 30-second now to have, I'm out of school and I'm working more, so I'll be able to, this sounds broke, I'm able to afford the 30-second chart now. So I'm trading with the new prop firm, trading with Lucid, so I'll probably start trading the 30-second a little more. But yeah, I really like continuation shorts. So if another opportunity presents itself, I'm probably going to take it more than likely. So yeah, we're getting a pullback. Do we have a 15-minute that opens up? No, the 15-minute hasn't opened up yet. I really would like a 15-minute gap. ES tap? No. I think we're just gonna get a bunch of pullbacks and then not really any deeper tracements because I think we're in a market maker sell model, to be honest. Oh, 10 a.m. open. That's definitely a news candle though. That one's a news candle. Let's see, what do we want to do? This is also just like, I would not trade these conditions typically. This is live markets. The only way I trade this is if I get this 15-minute pullback. And then if I get that 15-minute pullback, then I can take a continuation short. Well, we sold off so much already. I just don't see us rejecting off any of these key levels until we hit this. Here, I'll mark it out. Oh, 4 hour slash daily gap. So until we hit that point, I can't see us rejecting off price because we already sold so deep into that 4 hour gap, the 4 hour gap that we already traded into. So we're gonna see what price wants to do. So ES manipulated this 5-minute. Now, is it valid? I don't know. We don't know. It's not sponsored, but the draw on liquidity is strong. S&T inside of a gap. So as you can see, we create an S&T inside of this gap. So boom, that's an S&T. Shit. S&T. S&T. All right, bet. We got our S&Ts drawn out. Sorry, I'm a little parched. So we do have an S&T inside of this gap. We do have continuation shorts. Our drawn liquidity is still intact technically. So what am I looking for? Okay, we accumulated a little bit. This is kind of choppy. But we do have targets. Like we do have targets, but I'd have to wait. There probably is a 30-second that I could take. Honestly, should I take this, guys? I don't usually take 30 seconds, but where would I have to go break even at? I'd probably have to go break even at this 1 minute. Do I take this? That's the question. But look at structure. We trade up, trade low, trade up, trade low, trade up. We go back into this 5 minute. I would really want a sweep. I'd really rather want a sweep of this. I'd rather have a sweep and then a continuation. So if this plays out, I'm not going to be mad. I really want to show you guys good setups. Like, I'm not going to force something. This might play out. We'll see. So yeah, we're so bullish that it probably would have played out, and I probably would have got a break even if I took 30 second. Let's see. But I really only want to show you guys really good setups. What's the inversion? The inversion's right here. So the inversion off this 30 second is right there. Stop would be at the body. And then I'd go break even at this 1 minute gap. This 1 minute internal low. Once we sweep that, that's when I'll go break even. So it would have played out. It would have played out, but I don't have enough data on that, and I don't want to show you guys bad setups. So we're just going to continue looking at price action and see if we can take a higher quality setup. All right, yeah, you see, we're going to get a pullback. I knew that. Oh, this is a failure swing. All right, bet. There we go. So now we're in the 15 minutes. So now, what does price want to do? That's what we're about to find out. We have S&T here. Does this S&T really matter? That's the question. Boom, we already had that S&T. I don't know how confident I am in a reversal here. I mean, yeah, there's 15-minute gap. There is a 15-minute gap. This might be the first 15-minute gap we tapped, actually. This 15-minute internal low. Sorry, it doesn't usually take me this long. I'm just trying to give you guys some good insight of how I do it. So yeah, we could reject off this. This might be an hour. No, it's not an hourly. Yeah, we hit a 15-minute. We have an S&T inside that 15-minute. But yeah, we're trading inside this. I really like shorts. So if we do get a short setup here, 2 minutes. So there is this 2 minute gap. There's a new leg. Let's see, my bad. 30-second gap. That's the thing, though. I don't take 30 seconds that often. We have a bunch of LRL, though. And the draw liquidity is still intact. I don't know. I could take this. There's a 1 minute, and then I could just. Oh, did not mean to do that. There's a 1 minute right here, and then I could just go break even. Because this is technically a different leg. We go up, we trade lower, and then we go up again. So I could technically take this 1 minute. I think I might try it. If we have good displacement, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to take the 30 second. I'll take the 1 minute. If we have good displacement through it, and we want to keep going higher. Never mind. So yeah, that happens. Sometimes our drawn liquidity is wrong, but we could just be getting a big pullback. This could be an hourly gap. Yeah, so we just hit a 30 minute. And what time is it? 10:30. So this could be a. Yeah, we could just be reversing off here, though. I can't lie. All right, let's see this 5 minute. Are we respecting this 5 minute? So yeah, as you can see, okay, if we get this 5 minute inversion, I am down to take shorts because then we're holding this 5 minute. We held that 5 minute, but we're still disrespecting it. So okay, never mind. That's why you wait for inversion. So do you see this 5 minute held? This is called a condition. Basically, we have our condition laid out. So if we respect this 5 minute, we're basically saying, okay, price wants to continue going higher. So I can look, what is the next draw on liquidity? We do have this high. So we could just be getting a rejection now after that 1 hour. Now we could just be getting the rejection that we've been waiting for. But there's a 30-second. Thing is, I'm not going to trade 30 seconds because I really have not been trading 30 seconds. I don't trade 30 seconds often because I don't have the 30-second chart. I haven't had the 30-second chart for a while. So I don't want to, but we can see if it plays out. This is kind of a trial run. I'm sorry, guys. This is, I don't know, kind of, okay. All right, bet. So, okay, bearish is still intact. Okay, hold on. This 5 minute just inverse. Okay, so this 5 minute inverse now. So now, okay, we're going to look for shorts. We're going to continue to look for shorts because that 30-minute, or we close this 5 minute. We close this 5 minute now. So now we can look for a short opportunity because I think we're still bearish. I don't think we're bullish on the day. So 0.30 seconds. Now I could, if I'm that convicted in the draw, I could just take this. I could technically take this, put it at the body, and then target LRLR. There's, I think I would hold all the way down to this low down here, but I take my TPs at a 1-to-1, and I think this high is protected, so I could technically take this, but I'm gonna wait for a new leg. I'm gonna be cautious. I'm gonna be extra cautious today, boys. Patience is key. And what do? We freaking just sell off when I say I'm gonna be patient. I should have took the 5 minute inversion. Probably not gonna get another leg. What happened? All right, bet. We could get another leg. We have this 5 minute condition. What time is it? Oh, I can't trade this because it's past 10:30, but we're gonna see if this works. Yeah, nah. Yeah, so yeah, fade day. I'm not mad. There was really nothing that I really could have taken at market open. We just dumped like, how many points is that? 190 points, and for July of 2022, that is a lot of freaking points. Because right now, like a 200 points is still like a decent amount now. So imagine, and we're over double this amount of money in price action right now. So imagine July of 2022. This was probably like a holy cow kind of day. So yeah, I'm not mad. We faded today, and yeah, we're gonna stick to our rules. All right, let's go to the next day. I'm gonna try and not make this too long. I don't want to tear y'all's ears off because now y'all kind of understand, okay, what I'm looking for. I'm basically just looking, okay, are we respecting what are we respecting? Are we respecting bullish cats or are we respecting bearish cats? And then in that case, okay, if we're respecting bullish cats, what key levels do I want to see us reject off of? So like right now, today, okay, this is much better price action. This is price action you want to trade. So I could see us if I want to be bullish, I could see us trade down into this 1 hour and then continue going up. We are in a bearish gap right now, so if this holds, then then there is a case for shorts. We're in this big old bearish gap as well. There's no news today. Let's see the 15-minute. So yeah, we have this 15-minute internal low. So yeah, as you can tell, we are in bullish structure. Okay. So yeah. All right. Is there any key levels? Like I said, we are in hourly. We're also in a 15-minute gap. So did we inverse this gap? No, we haven't inversed this 15-minute either. So we can honestly do one of two things at open. We could hold this 15-minute gap that we are in right now and sell off, or we can just continue trading higher. So we're going to see what we want to do. So boom, 9 and 30. We manipulate higher. Do we tap anything? So yeah, we tap this premium 15-minute. So honestly, there is a case for shorts. Like if you want to take shorts, but you got to ask yourself, okay, we are in such bullish structure. Yeah, you got to ask yourself, okay, we tap CE. That's a good sign if you want to take shorts. But it's like, look at what we've been doing. We accumulated, we're accumulating. This could be manipulation, and then we could distribute to the downside. So there is a case for shorts, but we've also been just running through these bearish gaps. So it's like, do I really want to take a market open short? Sure, it could play out, but it's like, I'd rather just take a continuation long in this type of scenario. So, and like I said, I mean, when I backtest, I sometimes take dumb setups too, because I'm just trying a bunch of different crap. So if a short opportunity presents itself, I'll take it. If not, okay, this is actually this might be a better setup. We didn't manipulate anything. Yeah, this isn't manipulation. We're clearly disrespecting this 15-minute. I'm just gonna unmark it. Okay, I can see it's rejecting off this 15-minute internal high. So yeah, shoot. Yeah, ES already took it. So if we do reject, I could see it's rejecting off here. Yeah, let's see what we do. Nope, we do not want to reject. So, okay. Now I'm going to look for a pullback and then probably take some sort of continuation long. Unless, okay, we swept this high and now we are, is there anything we could target? I mean, we swept that high, we tapped, that's a 1 hour internal low. That's okay. Okay, now we can short. Now, okay, now you can see 1 hour internal, not internal low, internal high, my bad. This is a 1 hour internal high. So this is a very significant key level that we just hit, and price could definitely reverse. And then we also took out New York PM high, yesterday's New York PM high, not previous day high, but we took New York PM high. So if we wanted to short, we could take this. I can't lie. If good enough structure allows me to, we could take this, but I just don't like this because we've been bullish. I don't know. Is this highest time frame in the leg? Okay, so we have this 3-minute. All right, let's see what this 3-minute does. ES is rejecting off it. We're getting rejection, so yeah. According to my rules, I can take this if we inverse. I really like ES to inverse too, but we can see what price wants to do. So, woo! Oh yeah. Okay, so Now we inverse highest time frame in the leg. So it's like, okay. And we have great displacement. So one of the key factors you want to look for is displacement. So you can see, and I probably target a 1-to-1, just, yeah, this 5-minute internal low is probably the next key level I could see it's rejecting out of. So yeah, what you want to see priority wise is you want to see displacement. So you can clearly see, okay, we reject up this key level and we're freaking like, boom, we are just dumping. We're dumping. So I waited for this 3-minute. Now, what I don't like is that we're inside of a 1-minute, and sometimes this could just be setups. We could just be generating a pullback for a continuation. So that's like what I don't like, but I'm gonna take this anyways because I do like the displacement, and if it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. Like can't do nothing. You can't hesitate in the market. What are we targeting? Ooh, what are we targeting though? What is our high time frame target though? I don't really have a high time frame target. Yeah, I really don't have a higher time frame target. There's really nothing to target on the higher time frame. So actually, this is not the best trade. Let's cancel this. Yeah, this would not, because we're really not targeting anything. We're just targeting a pullback. So this might play out. Yeah, so it played out, but I didn't know what we were targeting. Like, dang, I need to stop hesitating though. I need to trust the model because this is twice now where I've hesitated and it bit me in the foot. But this is what I'm struggling with. It's like I could read price action. Like I know all the technicals, but I don't trust my model. Like sometimes I just don't have enough confidence with my model. But it's like we trade higher. We haven't had a pullback. We're way premium in this range. Why does this trade play out? It plays out because we waited for the highest time for inversion, which was this for 3-minute. We had great displacement, and we had a 5-minute low that we were targeting. So technically, yes, we did have a target. I just didn't really have a hard time frame target. These 15 minutes are targets, but it's like I just felt like we were more of a bullish structure. But you see, we basically just finished up a market maker buy model, and now we're selling off a little bit. So we can target retracements. That's okay in my strategy. I can target retracements, but I mean, yeah, this played out. Would I take this probably in the light markets? Yes. So I need to practice this, and I need to have more conviction in my setups. But yeah, this is the battle that I'm facing now, and I told you guys I'm gonna be transparent. I'm transparent with you guys. I'm not a master at the markets whatsoever. So yeah, that was clearly a significant draw on liquidity, and now you can see we are selling off. I also do one trade a day, so I'm not gonna try and force. I missed the setup. So that was the setup I would have taken. And yeah, I'm not gonna try and force a bad one because I was scared I was not convicted in my setup. I don't know why, but it is what it is. We got to move on to the next day. But yeah, why was this trade valid? Okay, we swept the higher time from key level. That's step one on my checklist. Boom. Higher time from key level. We're respecting the condition. This 1 hour and this 15-minute. This 15-minute is our condition. We're obviously respecting it. We sweep this high. It closes green, but then we reject off it. You can see on NQ we really rejected off it. ES kind of, but right after we ended up just rejecting out of it with this bearish candle. Okay. Now I wait for confirmation through inversion, and I've got to make sure I have a higher time frame draw. I don't really have a higher time frame draw, but since we rejected off this key level, I could see us at least trading down to this 5-minute down here, this 5-minute. So this 5-minute gap, and then rejecting to the upside. I could see us at least doing that, and that's where my TP is. So this still would have been a valid trade. So I hesitated, but it's like, would I have been mad if I lost? That's the question, because I was hesitating because I didn't really have a high time frame conviction for this trade. But now that I see we are in a market maker um, sell model now, like you can see, you accumulate. It's literally you accumulate. We're manipulating, and now we're distributing to the downside. Like we're in a sell model now. So now you can see we're just dumping right now. So yeah, this 3-minute inversion right here, 100% would have been valid. Like if you took this, valid setup, bro, valid setup, and you probably have more balls than me. That's why you took it. And clearly, I am scared and I'm very unconfident in my edge, and that is why I backtest so much. So yeah, that is basically the entry as basically the checklist, and then I target a 1-to-1. But depending on my conviction in the draw and liquidity, I can target higher RR. It just depends, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna go to the next day. Sad that I faded, but that's why I do one trade a day, because it's like, yeah, I missed the setup, and I probably, like, if I miss a setup in the live markets, I'll take a trade. Like if I don't actually take the trade, I'll take it. I'll look for another setup. But if I actively press buy or sell and I miss that setup, it is what it is. Like I eat the pill, because I know that if I don't do that, then I'm just going to look for oh shoot, I did not mean to do that. I'm not looking. I'm just going to look for a mediocre setup after that, and then my site's going to be killed, and then I'm going to end up, blowing the account or something, doing something stupid. So yeah, that it's mainly just for it promotes that I take really great setups. So this high is very obvious. That's obviously a data. We can tell this is a data candle. You can see we had 8:30 a.m. news. So we had a really big sell-off. I'm going to mark that to 11. I want to teach you guys the good habits that I'm implementing into my trading. We had this 15-minute gap. So with news gaps, what I've kind of noticed, sometimes they just don't hold, because it's like sometimes they just dump because it's like past data, but it has nothing to do with like the direction of our liquidity. But as you can see in this case, we are in a sell model. We made a let's go on the 4 hour. I think that'll be better. Yeah, like we're obviously just selling off right now. We're in a 4 hour right now, so we could hold this 4 hour gap and then go back to the upside. Do I think that? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. But yeah, that's why we have conditions. It might be a choppier day because we had this big dump, but I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens market open. We already manipulated this 15 minutes, so we could just honestly get a continuation off open. But I want to look for some pullback. Yep, what did I tell you, bro? Yeah, so we sweep out this high instead of the gap. So if we do want continuation shorts, we could get it. But honestly, we are trading inside of a 4 hour gap. So let me mark it out for you guys. This is a 4 hour for value gap. Boom. So yeah, we're inside of a 4 hour for value gap. We do have that 15-minute gap. This is a lot of gaps, bro. You can see we're in a 4 hour gap. So we're going to see how much we respect out of this gap. And so yeah, we just sweep out that internal high inside of the gap. This is honestly a great short. I would take this short, and I'm not going to hesitate. If it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. Why is this a valid short, you might ask? Well, boom, we have LR below. We have all these lows. Are we targeting high resistance? Yes, we could. Yes, we're technically targeting high resistance, but look at the type of rejection. Look at the way price. Look at this wick. First off, how many points is this? Hold on. Bro, why is this not working? Yeah, it's like a almost 80-point wick. That shows that we do not want to. That's just a sign that price does not want to trade higher. Now, could we get a resweep? Possibly. That's what I'm worried about. But we're gonna try the setup because you guys saw the last time. Ooh, but I don't like that RR. Did he just manipulate as well? I just like that we're very bearish. This is LR. I can't be shy. I can't be shy on camera, guys. I got to take my setups, and I got to show you guys just the raw reality of things. We don't get true manipulation, but I think with this close, yeah, this is highest time frame in the leg. It's probably a 30-second as well. Yeah, I'm taking this. No break even. If it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses, man. We might reject off here. Yep. Yep. That's my. Yeah. We want to go higher. So yeah, as you can tell, with those 930 setups, they could be misleading. But what did I also say? When we were in that 4-hour, but when we have news, typically the gaps with news they don't hold as well. So I'm gonna draw this up. This is how I journal. So this is actually the first trade. This is good. It's the first trade I've taken, but this is kind of how I journal. So I can say, boom, bullish 4-hour. So I'm going to mark that out. So I kind of journal that. Boom, bullish 4-hour. Look at the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, ES is also in this bullish 4-hour. But then we can say, oh shoot, I gotta take a screenshot of this. So basically I add, okay, hold on, sorry. I'm like trying to lock in, but at the same time, I'm trying to talk to you guys. Okay, I gotta get better at this. So bullish 4-hour, bullish 4-hour on both pairs. So we're in a bullish 4-hour on both pairs. So that's kind of what I journal. Okay. The entire time frame, we're in a bullish 4-hour. We are in a market. It kind of looks like we're selling. We're in a sell model. We are. Hold on, I'm gonna do it on NQ because I trade NQ. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna show this is what I mean by, if you don't know, this is kind of what I mean by we're in a sell model. So as you can see, we make this high right here, and now we're kind of just starting, like price is starting to just sell off. So like we're disrespecting, you can see we're disrespecting these bullish gaps, and we're just kind of starting to sell off. That's what I mean. I can go more in depth in another video about like market maker buy models, market maker sell models. I mean, it's kind of just a higher time frame thing. I don't use them. This is the abbreviation, market maker buy or sell model. That's just all it means. So that's what I'm gonna journal. But yeah, it's kind of like just higher time frame, just knowing the direction overall of where price is going. So yeah, we go over. Now we can go to the 15-minute. This is like our mid time frame. Let me delete this. Dang, the 4-hour and the 15-minute are like smack dab in the middle. That probably would have been a good if we hit that 15-minute and that hourly, bro. That probably would have been buttery, bro. But it is what it is, bro. I was fiending for a setup, and that's what happened. You see, but that's what I do. I do that a lot where I'll fiend for a setup, and then I'll miss an entry, and it'll play out, and then I'll try to force something. That's why I give myself that one trade a day, because it's like now I can't FOMO, and I have to wait a whole 24 hours before I FOMO, and that's still not even enough sometimes. Like sometimes I just have to. I just got to give myself a break and get off and not Let me make sure you guys can still hear me. Yeah, y'all can still hear me. I just gotta tell myself, okay, I don't need to force anything. It's if I just be patient, it will all. Okay, yeah, bear just a minute. It would all work out. So I just gotta be patient. Multitasking is hard, bro. Yo, yeah. So obviously, yeah, we had LRLR. So now this is where I kind of get into my entry. So I'm gonna say draw right there. This is kind of my now. This is kind of like where I go into my thought process, what I was thinking. Resweep inside 15 min. And I've noticed this a lot too, especially when we hit a higher time from key level. When you get these 930 setups, a lot of the times they are fake outs, or you want to wait for another resweep because this initial resweep, you can see this is a big gap. This is a big, like, if you know anything about 15 minutes, 15-minute gaps are not this big. This is obviously a data candle. You can see that on the 1 minute, this gap is big too. You can obviously tell this is a data candle. So you want a deeper retracement at least before you take a setup like this. You really want to see a deeper retracement. I was just being greedy, and yeah, this is a bad trade. But resweep inside 15 minute, 1 minute, good, man, good displacement. Yeah, I'm talking about this inversion. When I say the 1 minute has a good displacement, that you can see a good close for inverse. You can see there's like no wick. There's a baby wick on the bottom, but like that's a really good inverse. So that's kind of what you want to see out of price action. I destroyed my legs today, bro, and like my back is killing me, bro. And this LRLR below, and this trade obviously failed. Like I've seen this multiple times where the setup fails. Let's see what price wants to do now. I'm done journaling. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, we kind of trade more into that gap. We'll probably hit like CE of it and then sell off, or it's just going to be very choppy because that's typically what happens on news days. So yeah, fortunate day. It is what it is, though. On to the next. Let's go. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I did, but yeah, just make sure you're on the right time zone too. Don't want anyone saying, "Oh, what the hell, my FX replay is broken, bro." I'm seeing 22:59, bro, and you're at 8:59. What the hell? Nah, bro, you just don't have the right time zone, brother. I did that too though. Don't think I didn't do that. I used to think I was trading on the wrong time zone for like a week straight when I first got like I was trading. Well, I first started backtesting on TradingView, and then I got to FX replay, and then I was like trading on the wrong time frame for like a week straight, and I didn't even know. And I was wondering why the sessions were so choppy, and turned out I was just trading Asian session. Like that's, I mean, it's a Canon event. Hopefully, I can save you guys. That's what, bro. I'm so happy, bro, that I'm doing this because it's like a lot of traders don't document this process. Like I am nowhere close to profitable. Like, or okay, let me not say that, but I am like I'm not far along my journey, so I know like the little things you guys are going through to a T. Because like I was just figuring out what even backtesting was. I didn't even know the difference between forward testing, backtesting. I didn't know anything about S&Ts, liquidity, ICT. Like I was just in your shoes. That's why I'm really like I don't know. I love just making videos. I love creating stuff. So That's why I like. That's why I do this, and I just want to help you guys because I wish. Not saying there's a lot of resources out there, and I'm very blessed, and I have good mentors who instill good habits that I'm glad about. I just have to abide by those things, and I know that they'll work. But it's like I don't know. I really do value the grind, and I know that eventually, if I just stick with it, follow my system, it'll pay me dividends. So it's kind of the goal here. Okay, you can see going into the day. So we inverse this 5 minute gap right here. We inverse the 5 minute. This is very bad. Like this is choppy market conditions. Like today is kind of a day that you don't want to. You really wouldn't want to trade. Check the daily. Okay, we're inside of a daily bullish gap. And I don't recommend checking. Don't get super high fixated on the daily time frame. Kind of just use it to gauge at and see. Okay, did we sweep a prominent key level like on the daily, on the weekly? Because like typically, obviously, price is fractal, so whatever's happening on the higher time frame is going to happen on the lower time frame. But it's like you can see. Okay, we hit this daily bullish gap. Are we rejecting out of it now? Now you can clearly see we're still kind of bearish, but like it's just something to take into consideration. Okay, we're in a 4 hour as well. What the? Why is this on here? Okay, that's a lot better. Now having the watch list. The watch list is annoying sometimes. Oh yeah, that gives me so much more room. Holy cow. So yeah, basically what do I want to see? Yeah, that's just a bunch of chop. There's really not a lot of higher time or highs that we could reverse off of, in my opinion. Now, okay, yes, it's this 15 minute. We can see what it does there. You can see what it wants to do there. All right, yeah, let's just kind of see where price is going because we're kind of just yapping. All right, boom, we open high. Like typically, like all that pre-market, like pre-market analysis is good, but it's like at the end of the day, you have to see what we want to do at market open because there's just so much volatility. If you're not taking advantage of that, like you're extremely at a disservice because it's like it will tell you a lot. Like if we manipulate higher and want to sell off, yeah, boom. So I say we sweep out data lows and then we go up. We edge data lows. So ES hasn't hit it yet though. I think ES wants to hit it. ES might want to hit it. Yep. ES hit data lows. Okay, we can expect a rejection now. Are we gonna reject off that though? We're in a sell model, so most likely I'm going to want to take shorts. What's a good key level to take shorts to? This could be my draw on liquidity for today if we don't reject off anything. All right, so if we don't reject off this data low, then I'm going to just continue thinking about taking shorts. Okay. We hit this 5 minute. Okay. I don't usually take 5 minute continuations. All right, we can delete that. We know that was a data low. You guys know what a data low is. I don't know why I'm insulting your intelligence. There's a 30-second, but 5 minute pair with a 30-second? Come on. That's not smart. My mentors will kill me. We open up a 2 minute. We probably open up a 3 minute. Yeah, a 4 minute. Okay, so we have 3 minutes, so I'd have to wait for this 3 minute to get inversed if I wanted to take any sort of short, even though I don't think this is sponsored. We're just so bearish on the higher time frame. Damn. All right. Well, gotta wait for this 5 minutes to inverse now, or at least just wait for it to get disrespected. This could be like my new condition. All right. So we have this 5 minute continuation. We inverse this 15 minute. Okay, yeah, I'm liking shorts. I'm gonna go ahead and enter this. I'm really liking shorts. I'm gonna enter this for about a 1-to-1. Stop here. We'll go break even. Oh shoot. This could be a break even trade, I can't lie. Let's go 1-to-1. Make sure we get that 1-to-1. Nothing more, nothing less. Sometimes especially with break evens, this is a nice con, I can't lie. This will be a really nice con. We have our drawn liquidity still intact. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. We'll go break even here. And yeah, we'll just enter a 1-to-1 and see what happens. So boom, sell off, bang. Trading simple, bro. I'm telling y'all boys, it's that simple. When you actually just wait for your model to form and you don't hesitate, like I could easily been up, 4-0, but it's like I was hesitant on some setups, then I started forcing a setup, then I lost money. Like I'm telling you, I've been in this constant loop of just despair. I say that a lot. I've been in a constant loop of despair. But really, all it is, hard time frame. We are in a market maker sell model. So what are we likely doing? You can see we are inversing a bunch of bullish gaps and we are respecting bearish gaps. So what does that look like on the higher time frame? Let's go to the 1 hour. You can clearly see we are making lower highs. So we're making lower highs and lower lows. So what does that indicate? That we are in bearish structure. We are in bearish structure, so we are most likely, we're more than likely going to respect bearish PD rays. A PD ray is just a fair value gap, liquidity, like just all those, like it's just where price, like just levels that price will react off of. But I mainly just use fair value gaps. That's all I use. And so yeah, we noticed that, so we can let's just journal right now. We got a journal right now. What do we do? Okay, we can still go with higher time frame. Market maker sell model. And then MMSN. So boom. It's literally all I do higher time frame because it's like it's really all you need to know for like when you're actually trying to get a very high time frame kind of viewpoint. But you can literally see like we are just retracement, boom, retracement. Like it's all patterns. It's all patterns, bro. And yes, this stop may look high resistant, but when was the last time we got like a redistribution to the upside? It hasn't been a while. So once you start noticing these patterns, it comes with screen time. You kind of understand, okay, the flows and how price action works. So it's like, if I know we're in a trend, like right now at all-time high, yes, I still want a sponsored trade, but 5 minute continuations aren't the worst things, especially when we're in a trend and our drawn liquidity is this freaking obvious. Like we have this data low right here that is so freaking obvious that never got swept yesterday. Like it's such a clear low. It's in the direction that price wants to go. We are clearly trending down. We are trading lower. We're manipulating and then we're distributing again. That's literally all it is. It's literally AMD. And that's basically my model is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. What do we do here? We accumulate. So we're accumulating here. We manipulate. and 951, and then now we're in a distribution phase, and we're just gonna get a bunch of those on the higher. When you see that on the higher time frame, it is happening on the lower time frame because why? Price is fractal. Remember, price is fractal. Whatever happens on high time frame, that's what HTF stands for, is happening on LTF, low time frame. So we know that. We know that. We know that. We know that. Take a screenshot. Just know that. Know that. We are trending lower. We are trending lower. This is called a downtrend. This is the downtrend of price. We are trending lower. So you really want to stay on the side of the market. That's something my mentor preaches, and that's something I found success in. My win rate is a lot higher when I stay with the trend of the market. All right. So yeah, there's really not much. Respect. Forgot I was journaling. 5 minutes. Because I've and don't think bro, I'll make another video showing you guys my journal, but I used to do so much more. Here I type paragraphs, bro, talking about what is happening, everything, my psych. I would describe everything to low details. And I feel like, okay, that's really good in the beginning. That's really good in the beginning. Oh, yeah, I forgot to note. Took 5 minutes IFEG. Great structure plus SM plus AMD. So boom, that's kind of how it is. But yeah, I would write is this July 4th? Sorry. How long have I been recording for? Over an hour. Geez. Okay. Let's finish this last day so that. Okay. So this is kind of my checklist. It's very simple. High time frame draw and liquidity. Mid time frame condition. It could be a 5 or 15 minute, but I kind of changed that. It's just okay, we hit. Sometimes if we hit a high time frame draw and liquidity, I can kind of work backwards. So we hit a high time frame key level, and now now that trade's sponsored. Now I can look for targets in the opposite direction. I wait for confirmation that price wants to go in the direction through inversion, and then I have my risk management plan. And then those are literally my only checklists. I must give this an 80 because it was unsponsored. And now all I'll write is great. Oh shoot, great ETF structure, market maker sell model. Just a let me spell it out. Continuation. It just means whenever I say that just means continuation. And sorry, I'm bad with punctuation. And AMD model target. What was it, a 4-hour internal low? I don't know. Let's check. I didn't really have a target. I was kind of just it's kind of just like trend trading, to be honest. When it comes to these market, it was a data low. That's a great target. I didn't even write that out. I need to write that. And then that's also the data low was also previous day low. So we'll add that there. Data lows / PDO. That's all I write now. I used to write, make sure they save. I used to write paragraphs and paragraphs, bro. And I'm telling you, I was drained. But yeah, bro, I really like making these videos because it's bro, back testing and stuff can get boring. And I'd highly recommend you do it too. Sometimes it just gets so, it's not that boring, it's just draining because when you're trading, it's it's kind of you're alone. Okay, one thing I want to point out. Let me stop stopping. We never hit that draw actually. We kind of rejected off of that, but it is what it is. But you can see now, okay, we're starting. We get bullish reaction, so higher time frame. What are we doing now? Okay, we respected. We traded into this 1 hour. We swept the 1 hour, or we swept just an internal low, but we also tapped into this 1 hour, and we're getting a bullish displacement out of it. So we're gonna skip. Oh shoot, I did not mean to do that. So 1, 2, 3. All right. We tapped that 1 hour. We have 10 a.m. news. Okay, we had 8:30 a.m. news, but we also have 10 a.m. news. So what does that mean? It's not. I'm not completely opposed to trading prior to 10 a.m. news. I know a lot of people say that, but like, look at this, bro. Look at all these high time frame targets. This is just beautiful LRL on the higher time frame. Beautiful, like that is beautiful. So like, I think this draw will be our first draw of the day. We may not get true manipulation. We may not really get manipulation. Wait, hold on. This could be better. Just a quick continuation long at open. But I'm very bullish right now. I am very bullish. Why? We tapped this 1 hour / 15-minute intermediate low. And we're getting good displacement out of it. So what do I want to see? My ideal scenario now. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. I hate it when it does that. My ideal scenario now would be to see this 15-minute get hit, and then we get continuation to upset. So let's see what happens at open. Wait, just freaking pump. Like, of course. Just frick me. Just frick me. I want to pull back. Will this work? Most likely, because it's kind of the conditions that we're trading in. But like, you can see, like, when we're in buy models, sell models, like this is, you can tell with this price action, this is like peak price action. It's like, this is peak for market maker buy models, market maker sell models. Right now we're in war news. So this is kind of like a bad example of current price action. Right now we're at all-time highs. We just finished war news. Like, this is kind of how it is. Like, sometimes you don't even have to wait for, like, you're not going to always get those perfect 930 setups, but it's imperative like that you wait and you stay disciplined, because over time, it will just protect you and conserve capital, because that's the end of the day. At the end of the day, that's what you need as a trader. But if I see this, I remember, bro, when I first started trading, I see this, I'm immediately buying, and then, bro, price would just freaking coming down and stop me out. I'd be like, what the frick? Because it's like, bro, I didn't understand fake outs or anything like that. And you'll kind of get to that point once you start trading a little longer. You'll start to understand like fake outs and kind of just how price likes to be a complete douchebag. So yeah, you see, I'm not going to take this because we didn't manipulate anything. We didn't take out any significant draw on liquidity on either index. So I'm not going to take this. We could get pulled back into that 15-minute, and that would be freaking glorious. Do we open up a 5-minute? I think we do. We have a discount at 5 minutes. So I'll take, if we get good structure, I'll take this 5-minute up to the data high. See what ES is doing. This ES manipulate. ES is actually, yeah, hopefully ES doesn't close that. If it does, though, I'm not going to be pressed. Yep, there we go. So we got, boom. No shot we sell off from here. Price action be doing some devious stuff, though. So we inverse that 5-minute, but dude, no way we sell off from here. No shot. I'm not going to flip my bias. Okay, we're trading in. Let's see how we respect. Okay, this is a great example of conditions, though. We can see, okay, are we going to respect this 15-minute gap? If we do, we can expect us to trade higher. And we can target that. We can still keep our draw on liquidity is still this high up here. But if we don't, then we'll look for shorts. The reason why I didn't take shorts there is because we didn't manipulate any key level. So we're hitting CE. Is there a 30-second with a good leg? Highest time frame in the leg. I'm not taking. So yeah, we have this swing high, swing low. So highest time frame inversion. So I'd have to. I'm gonna wait for this more premium 1 minute to get inverse, and then I'll take my entry. Boom. I bet. I could get break even. I can't lie. This will probably be a break. Oh my gosh, are we serious, bro? Oh my gosh. I'm not waiting for this 5 minute though, bro, but it's at the same time I have to. I'm gonna wait for this 5 minute because if it holds and I get stopped, I'm gonna be very angry. But I doubt. Yep. And then freaking. Oh my gosh. Sometimes following your rules is very stressful, man. Oh, wait, but we get a pullback. We get a pullback. 1 minute inversion of this pullback. Okay, let's see what we do. Get a 1 minute inversion. No, we don't. Bro, why is price action like this, bro? Let me close. I don't know. Oh, that was 10 a.m. news. I wasn't even aware of that. Oh my gosh. Okay, low key. Thank goodness I didn't trade that because that was 10 a.m. news. I wouldn't want to trade that. I know this low is protected until we take out that high. I feel like. Yeah, we inverse this. I'm entering. Even though I could technically take. Yeah, we inverse this 1 minute. I can't lie. But then that's breaking my rules. I want to wait for a new. Yeah, I like this leg. Dang, I like this. I'm liking this. Structure plus displacement. This stop isn't necessarily protected. But yeah, we'll go break even. Here you go break even at. Yeah, low key, I'm gonna go break even at this high. I'll go break even at this high. Because I don't expect price to reverse before then. Whoa, what the heck, bro? Bro, you see, like, I hate it when it does that. Extend TP a little bit. Bro, what is going on? Stop at the body. Oh, damn, this isn't. All right, there we go. So why do I like this? We have great structure. Technically, I would want to go break even at these accumulation zone highs, but I like the structure. We get a nice little pullback. This is technically a 1 minute continuation, but I think my draw on liquidity is this high, and I don't think price is going to reject until we hit there, but I'm going to go break even here just in case. This stop, I know this stop is protected, and this is just really good structure. Like you can see, we have accumulation. Like this is how fractal price is. We have accumulation, and we have manipulation into this 1 minute. Even though I don't take 1 minute sponsored gaps, I'm just saying this. I feel like this trade is still going to deliver because we still have our draw liquidity, and now we're displacing. So we're going to see what happens. If ES takes the high first, okay, ES takes the high, so I'm going to go break even. This might get break even. It probably is going to get break even. Yeah, break even trade. but I'm cool with it because hey, I follow my rules. So okay, let me tell you the thought process through here. So I said I was gonna go break even at this high right here, right? ES is the same high, same key level. So if ES takes it before NQ does, I need to go break even because they're two correlating assets. So both if one index takes it, then the other index, so ES took break even, so I went break even. Okay, all this means here, let me say, took target, so I went break even. So I'm gonna say ES took the target that I was gonna go break even at, so I went break even. Why do I need to execute like this? Because if ES takes that high, then this is no longer, especially since this is not this low. So if this low was this low, then I'd probably let it ride just because I'm so convicted in that draw. But since it's not, and this low isn't really even sponsored, I'd much rather have NQ hit that, or if ES take the high just to be extremely cautious, I would want to go break even so that I can avoid price just reversing off that because it can do that. Price will do that because now we've created an SMT at this high. So this is technically an SMT. This is SMT, not technically, it is SMT until we come and take it out. So yeah, break even. Let me finish 1 minute. Great displacement. I'm gonna say 15 minutes, 15 slash, yeah, 15 minutes sponsored. I'm still confused. This could not be a sponsored trade because we did hit this high, but I really like the structure of this trade. That's why I still consider that still sponsored. Also, so great structure. Bro, this is gonna be a long video, bro. This is gonna take so much storage on my computer. But bro, it's for the process. This is technically a 1 minute cont. Even though I don't take it. 1 min cont. Even though I typically do not take 1 minute. It just so happened to be a 1 minute cont. I only take 5 or 15-minute continuations. But yeah, this is a break even trade. And it happens. Like you're gonna get break even, but you have to be willing to manage your trades like this. Like this is how high level traders manage their trades. Like you have to be okay with this is I'm preserving capital here. Like this is not the highest probability now anymore because ES took out this high. So if price were to reverse, would I be mad? That's what you kind of have to ask yourself. All I'm really gonna mark out is 15-minute high or 15-minute sponsored. That's all I'm gonna really do. And then on the hourly, I'm gonna say this is my DLL. DOL. And then I'm gonna add something after this. I'm just gonna draw all this. I'm gonna show this. It looks better. Yeah, I'm gonna just do that. Yeah, that's just a bunch of LRL. All right. So it had everything. We had a high tech from drawn liquidity. We had a 15-minute condition. That 15-minute sponsorship, that was our condition. We had our entry model to 1 minute. Then we had great risk management. I think trade execution was really good on this trade. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna give this trade an 85 because I didn't. Okay, so LRLR high TF. So low resistance liquidity. Did I explain that? So yeah, low resistance liquidity basically looks like this. It's just a trend line of liquidity, and you can kind of see we are inversing bearish gaps now because we finished the market maker sell model. I'm telling you guys, bro, I'm gonna give y'all some sauce, bro. I'm giving y'all like all this freaking free sauce for freaking free. Like y'all don't understand. I may not be profitable, but like, bro, this is like $1 million stuff. So yeah, we finish market maker sell model, and it looks like we are entering a market maker. Let me just draw out the market maker buy model. So yeah, you can see we finished the market maker sell model. This is the last part, and then this is the last day, so damn my back. And then we do a market maker buy model. So yeah, you can see now we're inversing bearish gaps, and we're just kind of displacing to the upside, as you can see. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm getting it at. That's how you see it, and then you can see this is LR on the higher time frame. So I marked it out a few times on the lower time frame, but you can see this is technically like LR2 on the lower time frame. Like we're just accumulating, we're manipulating, and then we're taking out all this LR to the upside. That's basically how price is moving right now. You can see on the higher time frame, we're accumulating, we manipulate, and then we take out this LR. That's AMD to a T, AMD to a T, ICT, whatever you want to call it. That's all it is. All right, we're gonna finish this. Low time frame, LRL, 5 min or yeah, 15 min sponsored. Took 1 min caught with DOL intact. DOL just means drawn liquidity. Y'all should know that. And then break even at SMT high. That's kind of how I understand it, but you know what I'm talking about. Like when I explain the break even situation to you guys, how I broke even means I basically eliminated all risk from my trade once ES took out this high. So yeah, that's kind of how I journal. All right, that's a full week of data. I'm just gonna get this ready for the next time. Yeah, so that's a full week of data with me. I'm already an hour and almost 30 minutes into this video. But if you enjoyed this video, please just let me know. If you took some value, if you learned something, that's the whole point of this, to help you guys learn and just document my journey. And I want to be able to see, okay, this is honestly helping both of us, because it's like now I'm able to look back, watch these videos, and then y'all can tell me, okay, what didn't make sense? What can I do a better job of explaining? And then I can also look back on this and refine my model and see where the hiccups were at. And it's just better type of way of journaling, and it's a better type of way. It's just more fun and more that I'm doing something that's going to impact other people. So that's why I do this. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking out through this video. I told you guys this would be a longer one, but hope you guys enjoyed, and I want you guys to stay blessed. Remember, go after what you want, brother, like, or sister, whoever, if boys or girls, like anyone can trade, bro. Like you should not be settling for anything in this world. Like, obviously respect people, be a man of whatever religion you support. I'm a Christian, so I'm a man of God, but just follow your morals, follow your rules, and just attack the day, bro. Like, go after what you want. You don't know how much time you have, so you always need to make sure you're going 110%. And yeah, just giving it your all, bro. But without further ado, that's all for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, took some value, and hope you guys have a great weekend or a great week whenever you guys are watching this.